After my awful performance in the first part, and to be honest, Nega D Legendary is a really strong card, but his ability makes him better off only in the last round. It's quite tough. They'll do better here. In the past, All Stars and John Doom were used together and it almost created many undefeatable opponents, provided they didn't have protection or any stop opponent ability, kind of. It's just as expected. Roxy was going to be my sacrifice, but I was expecting Cora Mail to go first, to be honest. Either way, I would not use Bengal first. What scares me the most is Hand Spinner, based off Fidget Spinner. Quite a thing in Singapore. But, hey, a bit late. Anyhow, I already have a move. Let's start now. It isn't already the suspenseful part. I have to use Bengal in Courage to win, so I'm gonna play Dokuja like you. I pretty much win. And that's the nice thing about having protection, power, and damage. Just use them when you're encouraged, playing first in the round, and it makes John Doom really weak. He already has 7 power, 3 damage, not good for a 5-star card. Not to mention he can only use his ability in 2 rounds. Although strong, it really has its flaws. And that's, I guess, the important thing, to make a good balance for what's acceptable in Z Palace and what needs to be in lower zones. Yep, I win. Now, this opponent scares me a tiny little bit. I'm playing Ashikaze Legendary in the hopes they play something weaker. So at least they don't capitalize on the revenge. The options do not look pleasant to me. Anyhow, I'm gonna just play Dokuja Legendary with some... And that's already a pretty nice gap. I'm gonna play halfway through, see what the opponent does. That way, if they do beat me, the net pills gap won't be that easy to catch up with. Yep. With that, I'm actually doing quite better than in the first part. To admit, compared to the previous deck, this deck, there is no real issue with what turn the cards are played as. And now we're in the next fight. To elaborate on that part, sure, Dokuja's ability is growth, attack plus 5, but even so, plus 10, plus 15, plus 20 attack, already a lot. Right now, I'm actually gonna test how far they're gonna push it. I am a bit conscious about what time those towns being played in. I'm just gonna play in such a manner in case they use Fury. And yeah, it'll be good. I'll make the most of Dokuja by playing on the last map. Either way, not many cards can catch up to 20 attack in one pill. And I can sub it with a knockout. Even when fighting the same opponent, I actually think it's a bad sign in Coliseum. I know, especially if you do it late, there's a good chance you'll get repeat opponents who are desperate to finish their 50 matches. I'm sure they'll learn and think of something. Okay, now this is the fun part. Actually, playing a good move. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play a round number and see how far that. Okay. I'm gonna go full out with Dokuja. Knowing how the opponent reacted the last time, I'm willing to see that they're gonna play Dr. Van Wessel full out. If they do play Argus, I lose. Alada. If they do play Argus and they can go all out, then I have to lose. But hey, at least I win. Hopefully I don't have to fight the same point again. It gets rather boring. Despite a good way to make some more points. Against this opponent, it's clear I'm going to lose. But rather than be too pessimistic about it, I'm gonna at least make an effort to win. This is already quite tough. It's very tempting for me to talk about, but I have something else in mind. What I do like about a card such as Chaka is she has cancel live modifier. It really restricts what the opponent does in the first turn, and that's what I like about a card such as herself. In fact, she's my favorite Pussycats card. A pretty useful 3-star, but hey, let's get to the fight at hand. Okay. The reason why I saved Chaka as well is to see what the opponent will do. I'll use a bit of inconvenience here. I went Fury because to the opponent, they'll think I'm going to try to make things very convenient for myself in the third round. I win. A little bit of logic here and there, and yeah. Sometimes the best way to win a match is considering what the opponent is willing to do and what they can do. The reason is, with a limited consideration of the opponent, there's not much any good player can do to win. I'm just gonna... Of course. This is actually where things get a little tough. So I'm gonna push it out with Futoshi Legendary and... I didn't really think this through. If Bikini Joe Legendary is played and stuff, then that would give them enough. Well, it's very likely I'll lose. Okay, it's actually a surprising move. But anyhow, even if they Fury, I still win. Yep. So, this might be a bit bad. I mean, the card that scares me the most is El Jaguar. I'm just gonna play Chaka very lightly and see how the opponent responds to that. I'm a bit surprised Michael wasn't boosting courage, but I'm also now worried. There's not a lot of good options. This is probably the do or die part. Should have used a bit of... Oh wait, I lose. Should have gone for Fury. Oh well. And the same opponent again. There are not a lot of pleasant options out there, I can surely say it. It's gonna get really ugly with Michael, so I'm gonna play Roxy, a bit light. I'm gonna just try and play Uguay to make the most of that growth here. And should Uguay win, I should be able to get 2 life points in the remainder 2 rounds. Growth heal is best used in round 2. Growth regen is best used in rounds 2 and 3. Not a lot I can do, but I think this Fury, that's already sufficient. Then they should take 6 damage due to the protection ability. And yeah. Actually, this is a sneak peek of what I'm going to use in the arcade, minus Bengal. I say, okay, same opponent, I really need to control myself. I say minus Bengal because 25 stars, this is a 26 star deck. I'm gonna replace Bengal with something such as Kana. Yeah. Anyhow, I play Futoshi first, and it's actually quite the Achilles heel for any Huracan opponent to have the bonus copied. Because in the start, this is when you probably have the most life points, and it's also magical. So much for me trying to go for the knockout. But I kind of lost with dignity. However, compared to the previous part, I actually think I'm doing a much better job. I'm overall winning despite a few losses here and there. Hopefully I'll make this a good last fight. I just went with Chalfa first. And again, such a card's really flexible. Depending on the way their abilities work, sometimes I just play a random number of fills and see how it goes. It's not in good practice, but at least the consideration was taken. And either way, it didn't matter if I won or lost. After all, Futoshi Legendary would have copied the opponent's bonus, and Haro Legendary doesn't really protect power anymore. It protects attack points, which I think is interesting, but overall, I guess this marks the end of Boss Coliseum Part 2. Score review. 11 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw, total score 65 points. To be continued. Boss Coliseum Part 3.